Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Yash and today I'm going to talk about the Zoom H1n, and more importantly, how does it perform while shooting interview style videos or shooting A-roll scenes like this one. A full-on disclaimer, this is not a full-fledged review because there are a lot of things on the Zoom H1 that I don't understand because I'm not an audio expert. And the Zoom H1n isn't intended to be used as a microphone but as a recorder, which means it is supposed to record audio of other microphones that are connected to it. But the original Zoom H1 was a very popular choice for beginner filmmakers and videographers for recording interview style videos and A-roll scenes. So the Zoom H1n should perform at least like that or a bit better. And for reference, I'm going to compare it to my Rode Video Micro, which is also a pretty popular budget microphone. For this test, I will highly recommend you to put on earphones or headphones, because that way you will be able to hear little details much more clearer. And now let's do the test. So the audio that you are hearing right now is coming from my Rode Video Micro going straight into my Canon 80D without any editing or post-processing done to it. So the audio that you're hearing right now is coming straight from the Zoom H1 and recording directly on it without any editing or post-processing done to it. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple of seconds so that you can hear of how much of the background sound and how much of the self noise it generates. So now. So the audio that you hear right now is coming from my Canon 80D without any microphones connected to it. This will give you a much more better idea of how much of a quality difference you are getting by just connecting a simple microphone to your camera. So you heard both of the options and you can choose whichever you like more. But as I said earlier, the Zoom H1n isn't intended to be used as a microphone but as a recorder or an audio interface. So if you have a camera that has a bad preamp, like Canon cameras and mirrorless cameras tends to have pretty bad preamps, you can connect your microphone to this thing and then just wire it out to your camera, and that will give you much more clearer audio with any microphone. And that is what I mostly use it for. And now I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I think you should keep in mind before buying the Zoom H1n. So the first thing is that it still uses two AAA batteries, and that can be a plus point for some people. Like if the battery dies out, then you can just go out and buy and then pop them in, then you'll go straight back to recording again. And the second thing, that this whole thing is made out of plastic from top to bottom. There is not even an inch of metal on anything on the exterior frame or buttons or anything like that. So it's not a bad thing considering its price. It's still a pretty good plastic. It feels really nice in hand, really solid. But a little bit of metal on the microphone capsules and on the quarter inch tripod thread on the back would have been better. Number 4 or 5. Now that there is an audio gain dial on the top, so it's much more easier to dial in your gain. Now you don't have to mess around with those flimsy buttons to higher up or lower up your gain. Now you can just dial it to the exact amount of gain you like, and that is much more nicer. And still there are a lot of things on the Zoom H1n that I don't understand because I'm not an audio expert, as I said in the beginning. So I think that the Zoom H1n is a pretty nifty tool that you should have in your camera bag, whether you're a beginner videographer, cinematographer, or YouTuber or anything like that. And yeah, I've been enjoying my Zoom H1 pretty well. So that's it for today's video. Give the video a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and also consider subscribing for more videos like these, and follow me on Instagram for more behind the scenes and stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.